if you're cutting something thicker than your finger, have we got anything, or a piece of wood off another tree? Or
What about that?
where's my knife? Where's my knife? What?
Plum tree.
This bit.
Yeah. That's a bit.
All right, that'll do. Where's my bag gone? Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. Got my knife then. If the piece of wood, we have to do it the other way up. It'll be good enough for now, won't it? If the piece of wood that we pruned was thicker than
Your own back now.
yeah. If when we're pruning that was sticking out and we cut it back for whatever reason and it's thicker than a finger, what tends to happen is, I'm sure you've seen it, that the bark, it sort of lifts back, and you get an ingress of water, bits of rubbish, earwigs and all the rest of it. So if you're cutting something thicker than this, you should par the wound, which is cutting at 45 degrees with your knife. I hate talking and doing this sort of thing. And that means it rather than move back, it all heals over much quicker. Especially if you were cutting a big branch like that, you always par the wound over 45 degrees.
So that's just little snips around of.
Well, if I was doing it on my own, rather than little snips, I'd do bigger snips.
Yeah.
Chamfering. Ooh, chamfer it, yeah? Happy with that?
Yeah.
So if you were going to prune this tree,
Now, all right.
shape-wise, what would you do?
I'd get rid of this because it's in the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
We want to open it out as much as possible. I'd pull that branch over and I'd put a piece of inner tube around it with a stake and tie it down because it's gone a bit two-dimensional, isn't it? Yeah. I'd pull that over. Yeah.
Even though it's got damaged at the base there.
That's all we've got.
Yeah.
It's not got canker yet, so.
That's because you want to get the goblet
Yeah,
shape
that's
more,
right,
is it?
yeah.
You're trying to get a strong
That's right.
branch
That's
this
right. What would we do? This one here, we don't want, do we? Because it's underneath that.
Did you take this out mate, to get rid of
Well, or we could, all right, if I do that, is that right?
Yeah, you carry on.
If I do that back to a fruit bud, that won't grow anymore. It'll have a couple of fruit at the end for a few years. Eventually it will get shaded out by the stuff above it. We're going to pull this over there, yeah? Get rid of this. If this here, we're trying to open it out, yeah? If I get rid of this, ready? 1, 2, 3. That's called bench cutting. So I'm opening the canopy out by a series of benches, yeah? It's gone up and it's gone out, yeah?
Oh, right, okay.
We're going to pull that over there.
How are we going to pull that over there again?
Rubber
Tie
tire.
it with
Bit-
rubber tie.
In a tube, rubber, yeah?
To where? What do you?
To that stake that's in the ground
Oh,
with a bit of
stake there,
string,
yeah,
yeah?
right.
Could
Or-
you put some inner tube around it and just have string and a weight
Yeah,
on
you
it?
could have
a
what
bit
do
of
they
rock
call
or
them?
something.
Yeah, you could have, they have blobs of cement with bits of wire on. It wouldn't work here because it would be, with this you're going to have to let it set for a while, for a couple of years I think, to pull that over. You can pull them over, we put weights on with clothes pegs or bits of wire set in concrete, little blobs of concrete, yeah? Something like that.
Tent peg with a bit of wire.
Yeah, that's tent peg down there with a bit of wire with that.
That would do the job.
Yeah, but because this is going to expand and grow, if we've got a piece of car in a tube, which will be that sort of size, won't it? We can put it around it and then put it through itself, and then with a bit of string, yeah. And normally with the bit of string, I have some flashing tape, you know, so people don't walk into it. We've bench cut that out there, haven't we?
Yeah.
We cut these back to say 3 buds, these little things to make them into, these are fruiting spurs, yeah? As they get older, they become more and more convoluted. We can induce those by cutting them back to 3 buds.
How do you know they're fruiting spurs? By
I
the
just said so.
size?
What?
Yeah, I know.
Well, there's the
But
fruit,
they're a
look,
bit
there's
like
the
the
fruit.
ballerina side shoots, which you said.
Yeah, okay, there's,
I mean,
okay,
you look
these are fruit buds, these fatty malati buds will turn into buds and then into flowers
Yeah.
and then hopefully fruit, yeah? These are growth buds, these much smaller ones, yeah?
They point upwards more.
Yeah, upward facing wood is growth wood.
Right.
Horizontal wood becomes fruitful. Yeah. Once it drops below the horizontal, it sort of slows things down a bit too much. This would go, wouldn't it? Again, this is like an elongated fruiting spur now. Bearing in mind we're doing this in winter, so it's going to make it grow more. That's over there, yeah. Hang on to that, Charlie, for a minute. This is growing into the tree, isn't it? So we cut that back to 3 buds.
And that one that's across
This one
that
here
there.
we don't want. It's growing.
That one there that's bashing into that
That's
one.
bashing, yeah. We won't. But rather than get rid of it, let's do that. Then you've got a couple of fruit there for next year, haven't you?
What about that little one that's just drooping, that one?
Hang on. Where?
In the middle, that one.
That hanger.
That's a hanger.
Hanger they call them. Well, quite often they. Well, see, that one's quite fruitful. It will just. Yeah, you could get rid of it.
But there's going to be fruit on that.
Not on that one, no. There is on this hanger here. There's a stub there where something's broken off, isn't there? Yeah. It's starting to. If we reduce these a bit, that will grow. That will follow the angle of that bud out there more, opening it out more, won't it?
Just the same.
Yeah, if you like. I mean, we could go on forever, of course.